hello, hello. Looks like it is you and I, Elizabeth, right now. So a second live, technically Elizabeth third if I count yours. So my friend Elizabeth Rogers is here. Elizabeth and I did our first live together. And yeah, we had a little difficulty, I think, didn't we, Elizabeth? So we need to get something rescheduled. Just gonna kind of wait a few minutes, see if a few more people pop in. We are doing some Anthony's Papercraft this evening, and I'm super excited to do this one. I have seen a lot of advertising for some perfect pearls lately, and I thought, I have one jar, and I need to try this. So I saw an advertisement and I saw a technique using some perfect pearls, and it made me think of the Zinnias stamps that I have from Anthony's Papercraft. One of my favorites. I think I'm going to have a new favorite coming out with possibly some roses in it. Same kind of concept, I think. So I'm excited. Super excited to do this. We're going to use a couple different products. I'm going to use some Distress. I'm going to do some Zinnias stamps. I have some examples with this same technique with some of his new designer paper that matches these stamps, so I'll show you that. And we're going to do some watercoloring with some perfect pearls and get some shiny kind of texture going and get something just kind of fun and bright and go from there. So I'm going to go down to my camera. I got a lot of stuff to share with you. Anthony's got some new products coming out. He's got a sale going on. I've got a discount to give you towards the end. It's also in my comments below. You got to get yourself stocked up. He's got some stuff going out of stock and being discontinued. So take a look at some of that stuff. There's some great deals. He's got his string art, which is going away. He's got a couple other things that are being discontinued on there. So check those out. You get 10% off anything that's not on sale, and he does have a buy one get one free on his Craft to Go, which is my personal favorite. I think I said it over there. I've done a lot of the crafting to go with some frames and different things I give as gifts. So super cool idea, lots of ideas to give you. So let's go down, let's take a look at what I'm going to do, and then we'll get started. This is going to be a really, really simple, oh, I know, Elizabeth, those roses are amazing. Like, I agreed with you. We had a conference call last night with Anthony, and Elizabeth beat me to the punch on the roses are amazing, and I'm going to be requesting that for myself as well. I have not figured out how to chat onto my screen. I'm watching chat on my phone, which has a lag time, so we're getting there. I'm getting it figured out. All right, here's the deal. I'm super excited with this Zinnias stamp technique. We're going to use the Zinnias stamps. I have some examples pre-made to show you these two stamps that you can do the same thing with, but tonight I want to use the corner stamp, and we're going to do a little ink blending, I think. I haven't decided, but we might. Then for sentiments on the samples that I have pre-made, I used his greetings in his sentiments from the I think this is called the Floral Circle stamp. It's not on this one because this is a different packaging, but the Floral Circle stamp set has these great greetings that are pretty universal, actually. Get well, I just used today on some cards. On your birthday, I used. And enjoy your day, hello, love you. So I'm using sentiments from this one on the samples. I won't use it on my card this evening. Then on the samples, here's what's cool. You guys, these are really nice paper. He has designer paper that match all of his corner floral stamps. These are the Zinnia. There's a black and white, a red and white, orange and white. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's like thick. It's a good quality paper. So he's got the daisies, he's got the pansies paper, so really cool paper. I'm not going to use this on my card this evening, but I have samples that I made with this technique earlier today just to kind of show you some ideas. Get yourself stocked up on these. You get 10% off with my code that's in the comment. All right. Yes, it is. my code SAPC10, SAPC10, when you go on to Anthony'sPapercraft.com, gets you 10% off. In the comment there. Oh, hey, not afraid of color. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I think you were just on live, weren't you? I watched you for a little bit before I popped on mine. It seems like this evening's the evening for lives. All right, let's. I'm just gonna pop myself up in the corner here so I can. You guys can see me. And here we go. Super easy technique. What I'm gonna do first, and I'm going to do a little embossing. Why? Because I want to. And I just don't do enough of it, and I want to do a little bit more controlled watercolor this evening, so I'm going to emboss, but partially because I just don't emboss enough and I wanted to emboss. So this is my card base, 5 by 3 3/4 card base. I'm going to throw this on my mat, which is going to be 5 1/4 by 4 inch. And I'll put, I don't think I put this in the description. I'll put this in the description as well as the sizes and what I did for my samples. We'll show you at the end. Alright, we're going to use some VersaFine on my stamp. Then I'm going to emboss with just some black embossing powder. I just want a really nice crisp black with some bright colors. I want this to be bright. If you Google Zinnia super bright colors, they are a fantastic, beautiful flower. Yes, not afraid of color. Yeah, you gotta go back and check on Elizabeth's live. There's 2 parts to the one that I was there because my power kept popping off on me. I actually think I did pretty good handling it for my very first live. Elizabeth was like, "You're doing great, you're doing great." So if you want a good little chuckle, go check that out. 2 parts to it, so if you want to see it all, you got to watch both parts. And then I did, my first live was kind of a replay of that. Just because I wanted to show that technique from start to finish, because I just like it, and it's a good gifting kind of idea, so... Alright, one stamp looks good. While that's still wet, we're just gonna throw some embossing powder on this and emboss this really quick with just black, super fine embossing powder. And I didn't powder it just because I'm doing such a big section. And I'm coloring this all in anyway, so just getting off the big area here with the powder. Alright, gonna just be a little loud for a really quick second. This is super fine, so it melts pretty easy. Well, happy Thursday, everyone. Hope everyone's Thursday and week is going better than mine. I was in Florida the last 3-4 days for some work conference and things, and I am exhausted to say the least. It was a jam-packed 3-4 days of meetings and dinners and socializing and networking and you name it. So I work for the airlines, and we just had a lot of stuff to cover, and I came home very exhausted yesterday. Alright, give that a good melt. I'm just going to, before I make a huge mess, throw this back in the jar and wipe this down. Just kind of clean that up, polish that up a little bit. Alright. Perfect pearls. I am a big newbie to these perfect, lots of people laughing, yes, Trace, Elizabeth. Alright. So, I am a newbie to the perfect pearls. But it is so easy to use. This technique, it doesn't get any easier, but I'm finding, okay, perfect pearls, super fine mica powder, super fine. This is going to last you forever. I will say after doing this technique, I am getting the colored ones because now I can't wait to do this more. I'm gonna get stuck on this technique, I think, for a while because I just loved it so much. So here's what we're going to do. I'm gonna pick out my bright colors. I've got the Tim Holtz ink cubes, and I want to go bright. So I think I put most of my brights in this can, and we're just gonna go with an orange. I want this Twisted Citron, Carved Pumpkin, Mermaid Lagoon, and I might go, I'm going to go the red, I think, the Barn Door, okay? Literally, all I need to do is smush my colors on, and because these flowers aren't a big area to color, I don't need a ton of ink. Hence I got out the cubes, because I'm like, these cubes are perfect for this little technique. 'Cause it's not I'm not covering ground necessarily, because I'm going to be using my water brush. Alright, Perfect Pearls. I'm going to put a little bit of Perfect Pearls in each of these piles. A teensy weensy tiny bit, because I don't need a ton. I'm not coloring a lot. Not a lot of pigment here to get sparkly. First time I did this, I put way too much. Literally, all I'm doing is getting just enough to cover the tip of my little spatula, okay? A little bit in each of these. And then I'll wet these and mix it in to get my sparkle. Here's what attracted me to this, is I like variety. I like getting a product that has multiple uses. When I look at my stamps, I do the same thing. I don't know about you guys, but I gotta look at something and buy something if I can do multiple things with it. I got this originally because I was gonna use it to smear on embossed powders, and then I was like, oh, you can wet it and put it in a spray bottle. So then I saw this, and then I'm like, yep, gonna love it. Gonna use this, gonna do this way more. Alright, now I have my little water dishes over here, and I'm gonna mix this and just paint this in. Super easy, super fast technique. Alright, these brushes I linked down in my comments. These are from Amazon. I saw Tim Holtz using these in a video. They're kind of a mop style. They soak up a lot and hold a lot of water. So if you're not sure how to control it at first, dip in. Let me get this where you can see it. Dip in and then pull some off if you're not sure, until you get used to how much this holds, because it'll get kind of sopping wet. It'll just drip right off. So these hold a lot. It came in like a pack of 9 for like $39, so not super expensive. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my water, I'm going to mix this in with my mica, and I'm not sure if the camera's catching that enough, but I can't zoom with my above camera, but it gets an automatic shimmer in there when you mix this. And now you just paint this in. You can go on and just kind of smear this because it's embossed, but I want a little bit more control because I don't want bleeding off of these edges. So I'm just going to paint each individual flower. And I think I'm going to go blue over here on this one. And so I do each individual petal. And you can automatically see this start to sparkle. As it dries, this will kind of get on the surface just a little bit. Howdy, James. Hello from Minnesota. James Marlowe, where in Minnesota are you? We just moved down here a year or so ago to Georgia from Minneapolis, my partner and I. So, yeah, put in the chat where you're from in Minnesota. We miss back home. We miss our friends, and we miss back home. Loving my job down here and everything that goes with it, but we miss our, you know, where everything was and stuff back home in Minnesota. So, welcome. Has anybody else tried this? Or actually, throw in the comment too, just any other technique, because with this Perfect Pearls, I got to try this more, for sure. I am actually just shocked at the shine you get from these too, like instantly. So anyway, back to my trip. Super packed, super busy. First night, you know, cocktail hour. I realize I'm just a little too old for, yeah, I just can't keep up. I tried to keep up with some of the younger managers, and I just, I think I learned my lesson on not trying to keep up. Let's just put it that way. All right, there is flower number 1. If I hold that up, you can see that shimmer on that surface. So clean off my brush. I'm not like doing a whole lot of like washing, and just dip it in some clean water. I'm gonna go to the red because I want to do the red on this big one. Picked up some more water. I actually didn't pull this off. I just dipped and soaked and put it on. So I want a big blast of red on this one. So paint this in. So I think plans for the weekend are just going to be bye, not afraid of color. Enjoy your dinner. Thanks for stopping in really quick. Appreciate it. So yeah, I think this weekend our plan is to just chill out and relax and probably hang on the couch. We've had lots and lots of company this summer, and weekends have been packed full. So just going to be doing some hanging out. Oh yeah, I was with Delta, and now I am with Spirit Airlines as of April, and I'm loving it. Great company. They treat their people just amazing, and absolutely loving it. It's the yellow and black, which now has got some new colors in their color scheme as we're rebranding and reinventing ourselves. And I think it looks cool. Got like a beachy blue, a purple, and I think there was a magenta red or something in there. So, yeah. So anyway, just paint, paint, and paint. What's everyone's plans for the weekend? Besides mine of chilling out in my fat pants and relaxing. So here's the red. Look how fast this is. This is the other things I like, is it's such a fast, quick technique that it's kind of a paint by number, paint stay in the lines kind of thing. Alright, let's go to some orange. I'm going to do all the big ones, I think, in the bright color. So I'm going to go over here in my bright one here. Stillwater. Oh my goodness. Love Stillwater. Not far from Minneapolis. I will say this. Don't miss Minnesota winters at all. Like, literally not at all. I came down here in Georgia in 2022 prior to us selling our house and making sure this is what I wanted to do. So I was living in our RV down here. And so I came ahead of my partner about a year ahead, little over a year and a half, traveling back and forth to Minneapolis. And that was like the first thing was like, don't miss the winters. Don't miss the snow. Don't miss the cold. But it's almost opposite, right? Like it's like cold extreme to like ungodly hot. We've had to adjust. It took me a couple years to adjust. The winters seem to get cold here now. My partner adjusted really quick. His first winter was like he was cold already, and I'm like, I was in shorts, like literally in shorts the whole time. That first year I was down here through the winter because it was such a big change. But yeah, now don't miss the snow, don't miss the shoveling, don't miss it. Miss the And James, you can attest to this. I don't miss Minnesota. I miss Minnesota summers. Minnesota summers. There's just something about them. They're so, even though they're short-lived, they're always so nice. They're comfortable. Minnesota is just so green. You know, a nice 80 to 85 degree day is very comfortable. So I miss the summers being just that normal comfortable. Yeah, Elizabeth, but I don't want this, like, I don't want the cold, like 40 below cold. The thing with the heat is I feel like it's harder to cool down than it is to warm up. So I will give you that. I will for sure give you that. I think I'm going to go with another little orange here in the corner. Plus you can always layer up. Well, I mean, I suppose you could layer down too, but just you can always layer up for sure. Like add more socks, add stockings, add a scarf and coat and things, sweater. Much easier. I'll give you that much. Okay, that's my flowers. That's it. I mean, seriously, that's it. Awesome shimmer. I did not use watercolor paper, just because I'm not wetting this down beforehand, and doing a ton of wet. It's literally like water to paper versus like water and then paint it on. I'm just adding a little darker here for my leaves. And I'm just going to pick up some of the shimmer off of this green and bring over here. And just fill in my leaves. Now here's the cool thing. He has got stamped corner. I don't know. I call them corner stamps. He's got corner stamps for these different flowers. This would work awesome with those petunias, or not petunias. I'm sorry, pansies. The daisies would look amazing. So this is just the regular perfect pearl. This is like, I've heard some people call it like original. This would be just great as like daisies, right? Just paint this on the daisies with no color. Or maybe just even like a, where's the sponge sugar? Like the sponge sugar gets a super light pink on the daisies. I think that would look really nice, actually. Thank you. Super easy to do. Fill in the blanks. I'm just going to fill in these little gaps here with a little greenery kind of something, just to fill those in like so. I have decided I'm going to cut this out, so I'm just kind of giving a little color here on the edge to fussy cut and do something just a little different with that. Alright, I'm just going to do some opposites in the middle like so. We're going to go a little red in the middle of these. And let's do the orange on the blue. Just smearing. So, watercoloring. Here's my thing with water. I'm hooked on it right now, if you can't tell. I've had a couple videos, my recorded videos. Now I'm doing watercolor here. I've got a couple more things I want to do with watercolor. I have the Tim Holtz watercolor pencils, which, oh my god, easiest thing ever. Then, you know, obviously we can watercolor with our inks. Then I got a pan set, Mealing watercolor, so hooked on them. I want to get better at freehand, but I like stamps like this where I can just practice and still get some good results. So hence getting this out with the Perfect Pearl. So, okay, here's what I'm going to do. Let me just dry this a tiny bit just to make sure I got it dry before I start handling it too much. I wasn't sure if I was just going to use this as my card base or not. but I decided to cut this out in the corner because I want to do some ink blending on the underside of the other one, just to give it some dimension, and then I might pop this up in the corner, I think. So now I'm going to keep this more of a triangle, but fussy cutting could totally like fussy cut these flowers out and just make it a what do you call it? Make it a shape, right? Like, not keep it a triangle. I want to keep it a triangle. Let me get my little shears out here. So I'm just gonna fussy cut this edge. I'm gonna leave the straight edge on this side because I'm gonna put this in the corner of my cardstock. So I'm going to, because his stamp has more of a straight edge, I'm gonna kind of carve in just a little bit around these because I just want more petal looking, rounded kind of, I want a raw edge, I guess is probably the best way to say that. So I think Elizabeth did a live today for Anthony's Papercraft as well. Not planned, by the way. After our meeting last night, I like messaged her. I'm like, I'm doing a live tomorrow too. What are you doing? I was kind of thinking I was gonna do this, and then she's like, I don't know. How'd your live go, Elizabeth? I kind of watched just a little tiny bits and pieces of it as I was getting ready here for the evening. So I kind of cut that edge out so I have it more raw versus straight. Let me clean this off before I make an absolute mess. Plus, what I like about the cubes is I don't have a lot of waste. I probably could make I should have like saved this. I could have made a background with that and ink smushed it. Oh well, too late. I used alcohol, so I'm not going to do that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my card, here's my card base, I'm going to lay this in the corner, and I think I'm just going to do some real soft ink blending that's just going to kind of come out from underneath this. So I'm going to start in this corner working out, okay? And I'm just going to use the Distress, but I think I want it really, really light and soft. And so I think, but I want bright. I think I'm just going to do a little bit of yellow with a little bit of the pink. And I use these dauber versions of when I do the Distress. It just blends better than a blending brush with these. Because these go on a little heavier, I feel like, than the normal, like my Catherine Pooler that I have. I'm going to start in this corner that's going to cover it and then soften as I come out. Because I know this is going to get covered anyway, so I'm throwing my biggest blast here on the edge that's going to get seen. And now I'm just going to work this out to randomness. Okay? That's it for that. And then I'm going to do the same with some pink. I think I'm just going to throw a little bit of pink like out through there. Let's just see if I got any on this. No. I know sponge sugar is super, super, super light. Played with some watercolor sprinkles and stamped the floral back. Oh yeah. Watercolor, or did you use alcohol colors? What'd you use? So now I'm just going to kind of start where I know it's going to be underneath again, and then I'm just going to give it some light pink splashing around through that yellow. Sponge sugar is pretty light, so I'm going to leave that edge white. That's it. Alright. Super simple, super easy. Let's see. I want to throw this here. like so. I'm going to use a black background. My black is 5 1/4 by 4. I think I'm going to pop this up. But since I have the space, because I was just going to put this on the card, or leave that as the card and probably not put anything on it. Since I have the space, I'm going to throw a sentiment on there. Let's just clean this, because then I could show you guys one of these sentiments from the other set. I think though that set might be sold out. He does have some verticals. There's some verticals on his site that like happy birthdays, and I think there might be like a happy anniversary or congratulations or something. This set though, I apologize, it might be sold out. Alright, let's just grab this one. I want, let's see, I got some space to fill, so let's do I'm gonna do the wake up and smell the roses, smell the flowers. It's kind of a small square one, but I don't usually do sentiments like that too often, so let's just throw one on. Alright, let me get some room here. Throw this here. This is gonna go like so. And then I'm gonna throw this like up in that corner. Okay. Plain black. I'm just gonna use my VersaFine. I like VersaFine for my finer sentiments that are a little bit more scripty and not blocky. So I usually use VersaFine anyway. Alright. Oh, hey Anthony. Welcome. Hey, did you make it to your show? Were you leaving tonight? Anthony is doing a show coming up this weekend. I don't know if he left today or not. Alright, little sentiment. This one's pretty fine. I'm just tapping because I don't want to smush that. And that's it. It doesn't really need any more than that, actually. Okay, again, these sentiments are from this round flower, circle flower, I'm not sure because this is from the background is a different stamp set. This is circle flowers, I think, on this website. This one may be sold out though, but he does have some verticals. So I use that from that one. I'm going to throw this up, I think, on some dimensionals. So let's put this on the background here first. Alright. Then I'm going to show you some samples that I made of the paper with this same stamp set. Because I just wanted to show like this technique, but then like fussy cutting and like, you know, different versions of what you can take this stamp set with and turn it into. Got a little something right there. I always get it on my fingers, and I get a little little DNA on there. Let's see if I can get that off. Kinda, sorta. Okay, I'm gonna throw up some dimensionals on this and pop this up. I'm adding a couple extra because it's getting some bend to it, and I just want it to stick, to straighten it out. Alright, let's see here, come on. So going back to the heat, because I'm thinking about what Elizabeth, you know, I missed the little part, I fast forwarded a little bit, Elizabeth, on yours, and I came to the spider part, and then heard you say you're in your attic. I'm above. My craft room is above the garage. The garage is not heated or cooled, and so it gets same. Like, it gets hot up in here. I usually get a fan going here over down below. And so it doesn't get that hot, but it does get warm. I'm starting to get a little like, it's starting to get warm. Yeah, exactly, Anthony. No SAG cards, exactly. All right, just lining this up like so, and putting that down, and we'll put it on my card base, A2 size card base, obviously with the dimensions of these, right? Just like so. I realize this live is actually going to be quick. What am I at, 35 minutes? That's like, because this technique is so easy, like the card's done. Like it's so easy. Like this one, I feel like this is like one I could have probably like stamped out like 4 different stamps and then like, you know, powerhouse through and make multiples with this technique because it's just so easy. And you already got your palette down, right? So it's like just, like I could have used these other stamp sets and different things. So there's that card. See if I can get that to catch how shimmery and shiny that is with just ink. Now I tried to do a technique with, one of my first techniques with this was colored pencils, and I was trying to get this smooth shiny surface with Crayola colored pencils, which it worked, but this gets like that shimmer is just crazy. Again, learning the perfect pearls, and I just saw it and I was like, I gotta try it. So card number 1, wake up and smell the flowers. Let me show you the other things that I made. So this was my practice run, and you can kind of see that shimmer on this quite a bit. Use the similar colors. I used green, blue, orange, and yellow on this one instead of the red. But this was my sample play around piece. I took now and stamped this with the single flowers in this stamp set. So the single flowers off of this stamp set, let me take this out. So there's a big and a small, okay? And then this is the triangle piece I used to see on that card I just made. I just stamped it on scratch pieces of paper, same technique, and then I fussy cut them out, is all I did. So this is using the Designer Series paper, so this was the orange of the same stamp. This is the Zinnia paper. Strip here, I use orange paper underneath to match. Then prior to putting this on, I took the small stamp, the small flower, stamped it as if I'm making a stamped background, and just cut orange to match. Happy Birthday sentiment from that same stamp set, and then added some flowers. These two are up on dimensionals, okay? Option number 1, just to show you kind of how to play around with the stamp set and these papers. So this one now I took and just cut a 5 by 3 3/4 chunk of the black and white of this one, cut it exactly in half. Prior to putting this down, it's super light, so I have to get that up there. I stamped the little flower in pink to match my pink flower, and then put my flowers on there. So this is glued down with one up on a dimensional. Get well soon from that same stamp set, okay? And my last one I made is the black and white. So this is the other corner. I was using my yellow flower, so then I took the large flower, this one, stamped it 3 times in the background, glued that piece down. Then I took a 3" by 4" square of the orange. That's up on dimensionals. On your birthday, same stamp set again. Fussy cut it, dimensionals, and then these are just glued down. All that same technique. All that shimmery, shiny goodness and love and you name it, right? So there's it. That's it. That is like literally how easy this is. Let me show that one more time. Fussy cut the edge out. This is the corner square, so I fussy cut that out. Okay? All right, let's just chit chat for a quick little minute here. All right, here's the deal with these stamps. The code for the 10% off is in my comments below. Elizabeth also for me put it in the chat. SAPC10 for 10% off. Use that code. It does not expire, so you can continue to use my designer code SAPC10 to get 10% off purchases minus anything that's already discounted or on sale. It won't count towards that. The string art is going bye-bye, so if you like that string art, I have made some cards with the string art. I have not done the string art with it, so I've stamped it and did some rainbowy stuff. But if you're into string art, get that stuff before it goes out. Geometrics, there might be some geometrics left on there. I think some circles or something. Those are going bye-bye. Sayonara. So pick you up some of those. However, I gotta tell you, this paper, you gotta get yourself some paper. And let me see if I can reach it. Hang on one second. I gotta show you something. I gotta show you. Let's see. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna grab it. I gotta grab it because I just gotta show you. Crafting on the go. I should have had this here so I didn't have to step around. Crafting on the go packets. There are, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, in the chat, Anthony, 12 new crafting on the go packets coming out. I'm gonna be honest. They weren't my favorite to start, and now they're actually my all-time favorite. And here's why. Because I can make cards out of them. So I will make a card base like so. Attach my crafting on the go pieces in here with just photo corners. They can remove it and make a gift out of it. So this is one crafting on the go. This is my favorite with flowers and the chickadee, I think this one is. And here's another version of that, just colored a little bit more bright. 12 new packets of those coming. Look for some Christmas stuff coming. Look for some new, there might be some roses or something maybe coming. So look for that stuff. So, hey you guys. For those of you that stuck around, thank you so much. Quick live this evening, 45 minutes. But I had to try Perfect Pearls. Like, I just seriously, when I saw the technique, again, I've seen like all these advertisements. So I am going to go get myself some Perfect Pearls, colored ones, and make some more of these, and then see what else I can do with them. But thank you all for showing up. If you are not a subscriber, hit that like and subscribe button for me, and I'd love to have you hang out in my channel and see what else I have. If you are not new here and you have come back, or if you're watching the replay and haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit it. So I am that close to 1,000 subscribers, so I'd love to hit 1,000, and that would be just amazing, because I'm just sitting here having fun and hanging out. This is just for fun for me. So thank you all so much, and I think there's a couple of you left. I will see you all later. Thank you so much, and talk to you later. Bye.